And finally today, the art of America's earliest craftsman.
In today's installment of the Chadbourne Files, Bob introduces us to an Ashfield man who is keeping one such tradition alive with hammer and fire, making nails that once helped keep our young country together,
while hammering home a point or two of philosophy as well.
Robert Ruloff, at 79, has learned it's not wise to have too many irons in the fire. He's done that as a hard-driving executive in engineering optics. He's had the heart attack, the bypass surgery, the stress. No more. He's a blacksmith. And not a blacksmith who makes big, ornate doors or gates or sculptures. His are the little things of life. The old nail for restoration work. The simple hook. Man needs a hook to hang up his jacket. At most, an andiron.
Even though it's very simple work, it requires enough concentration so that if I get a good one, even if it's a simple piece of gift shop junk, there is some satisfaction.
He refers to his work as the simple, the tedious, the monotonous, the uncreative, and it doesn't pay all that well. A lady who's a weaver and a friend jokes, "No, that doesn't describe you, it describes me." Well, it all dates back to a time when we made everything we used, when there were a lot of crafts, thus a lot of people named Smith. Although Mr. Ruloff is content with his nail or his hook, blacksmiths are doing much more, and he applauds them. There's a whole new period to the craft.
A restoration of the Renaissance and Baroque techniques. And some of the young people, and some of the older ones too, are doing beautiful hand-forged ironwork.
Because he has the self-confidence and peace of mind, knowing where he is and where he's been, he is also a treasure because he shares his shop, often plays host to the young, scouts, school groups, and, interestingly, dyslexic kids. We were unaware it's not just the structure of ABCs that bedevil dyslexic children. It's also a two-dimensional to a three-dimensional object. And a blacksmith making a long-handled fork out of what was once a horseshoe can put it all in perspective for a dyslexic. Follow along here.
The blacksmith might recycle a horseshoe by heating it, hammering it out, making a bar out of it, bringing the bar down, all at red heat, shaping it up. Then if he has something in mind, he'll split the end of it, draw the split apart, bring it out, round it and taper it, begin to make the tines of a fork out of it, and wind up with a long-handled fork that could be used for cooking at a fireplace.
Incidentally, all that is why a horseshoe is considered lucky. A boy who found one was a boy likely to sell it to a smith for maybe a half-cent. It's the simple stuff of blacksmithing that attracts Mr. Ruloff, especially the simple nail. Nails hold everything together. A nailer probably worked his lifetime making nails. To grow a country meant an insatiable appetite for nails. This is Ashfield's beautiful old town hall from 1812. It's pretty much possible to figure out how many nails are in this building. You measure the sides, figure a nail every 18 inches under tapered clapboards, add on the roof, and it comes to about 20,000 nails. Until well into the 1800s, when it was possible to produce cut nails, every single one of them was hand-forged. The simple blacksmith toil. Columbus's 3 ships required 10,000 forged welds just for anchors and chains. Thomas Jefferson had a little cottage industry of nail-making at Monticello in the early 1800s. 5 or 6 smiths turned out 6 tons of nails in 1806. And we're hanging on to our knowledge. There are over 400 smiths in New England, over 4,000 in America. Men, women, young, old, sharing.
There are meetings, training sessions, displays of work, competitions. So, no, that work is being restored.
So the news from the blacksmith shop is good. Small items at Deerfield, Sturbridge, Hancock, and Plymouth produce a small living for a 79-year-old master who doesn't measure wealth with money anyway, or anymore. He has a home with a view, a wood stove in a shop that doesn't need heat, and a row of hammers that ring true, fashion metal, and bounce back for more. And this wonderfully happy smith who gives so much gives himself a very modest report card.
Oh, somewhere between fair and poor.
That assessment would be shared by just about no one. From the Chadbourne Files in Ashfield, I'm Bob Chadbourne for Reel to Reel.
And for this week, that's Reel to Reel. Our